buy every share of this company that you can. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but many financial advisors, I think, would say that the research I have gathered suggests that buying as much as possible before November 26th is a good idea. The company is IBM, ticker symbol IBM, the original AI company, the inventor of Watson, of Jeopardy fame. This company has been a mainframe mainstay that fell off when people moved to the cloud. Since then, there's been an increased focus on security and on-prem installations of servers. So IBM is getting some of that business. With AI, it's great that all of these AI companies can manipulate your data, but what the big enterprises actually want, banks and all that, is for their data to be stored securely. And so somehow IBM got a slice of that market again, because they've been doing it for 50 years. Notably, they had 10 billion of revenue from what's called generative AI services. So generative AI includes any type of manipulation of documents, summaries, anything that is basically what ChatGPT does, IBM is doing as well. So it's not, fruity picture generation or style transfer or anything like fake videos or anything like that. Generative AI includes all of this stuff that's very important for big law firms, for hospitals, anywhere that a lot of textual data is stored. So IBM beat earnings. They have that growing revenue segment in the hottest vertical in the world, generative AI. And there's increased demand for what they're already an expert at. So let's look at the chart and see why on-prem is interesting still.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
Here's this earnings beat, and yeah, it was weird, but in hindsight, it was definitely a solid reaction because it sold off so much. It's just crazy to have it sell off and then have a huge green day and then you have a huge day up. But anyway, they're at this important level right now that's held from, what is this, June? So this is pretty notable moment. Nice time to buy. So of course, if it does sell off, you can sell right out. You have this little shelf of risk. It's right near this psychological $300 level as well. So as for why now on a more high level scale, it's kind of scary to think of buying IBM in 2025, right? They're not going to be OpenAI. OpenAI is going to be OpenAI. But they do have some serious long-standing advantages in governance and infrastructure, meaning on-prem server installation and maintenance, and then security level agreements, how often they're going to fix things, how often uptime they're putting into their contracts, how the data is stored and warehoused and separated and all that good stuff. That's where these guys really matter. So sure, they're boring, they're old, but they're actually really good at AI. They just don't have the brand and obviously don't have a consumer-facing product like ChatGPT that I'm using right now that has almost 1 billion monthly users, which is insane. I mean, I can't even believe that, saying that out loud. That's really came out of nowhere. So here's the deal. They've been investing in R&D for years, and there isn't really a lot of public ways to trade or invest in these models, right? These models are, some of them are open source, and then they're forked into closed sourced variants. The OpenAI models are not open source. Meta did open source their Llama models, and you can't just invest in Meta's models because Meta is a massive advertising business, right? It's like Google. It's a lot of things. So they don't really have competitors that are public in terms of ways to invest in generative AI. They do have a partnership with Anthropic, which is kind of advantageous to partner with the company that doesn't have a agreement with Microsoft. I mean, OpenAI has an agreement with basically every company now. With all of this, you pay me, I'll buy your chips, which helped AMD, which helped NVIDIA to an extent. Didn't really help Oracle, I would say, at this point, given that Oracle is actually down below its current level before the OpenAI agreement. So the OpenAI guarantee, this handshake deal, the press, the PR is slowly losing its luster. And it makes companies who are actually using AI and who are in these really old established industries really attractive. So that's the pull for IBM. As I said, their strength is actually something that who knew would be really important still, but on-prem deployments is extremely important. Not every company wants to be in the cloud yet. So they do have a cloud business, but they're really focused on these industries that are extremely safe. I mean, healthcare with HIPAA data, government, which in general you have to be really careful to get those contracts. So the story, of course, is nobody ever got fired for choosing IBM, and it still seems like that is the case in situations where the data has to stay on the server. So they are partnering with Grok. This is GROQ. This is Chamath Palihapitiya invested in this company. It's a chip company. So they have these partnerships with Grok and Anthropic that are very modern companies that is allowing them to sort of weasel into the modern tech conversation while still having all of the security that they've had for years. Which any way you can reduce costs is a good way to get your foot in the door. So that's IBM. It's kind of what you'd expect with a new twist. So that's the idea. If you like these ideas, hit that like button. If you want a free course on how to buy stocks before they go up, hit that subscribe. I'll post that once a month for subscribers. And if you want one-on-one help, head over to stockscommunity.com. I'll see you in the next one.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.